All righty. Welcome to the OptionGenius show. Today is September 10th. No, September. Sorry.
Remember,
July
you jumped
10th.
ahead there. It's
July.
fall. It's fall.
It's
It should
still
be cool.
fall.
It should be cooler
It
out.
should be cooler. July the 10th. Today we are in the house talking about one of the largest trades, option trades on the NASDAQ, and what it's going to tell us about what the big money thinks is going to happen in the market. We're also going to be talking about an SPY trade and an IWM trade. So we're talking about big trades, big money moving in the options market. And yeah, we need to figure out what the big money is doing. So follow the money, right? That's what they say. Follow the money.
Yeah. Or do you want to follow the money in this case?
Or do you want to follow the money?
I don't know. I
Let's
mean,
see what the money is
all right.
doing, right? Um, so before we get into that, markets are up slightly today. S&P is up 0.3%. Rut's down. Oil is at 71, which is down 1%. Um, NASDAQ is up a little bit. Dow is up a little bit. Gold is down 0.5%. So really not that much going on today, Friday, end of the week. Biggest news today was the IPO of SK Hynix,
SK
a
Hynix.
a South Korean maker of memory. Um, they sold about $25 billion worth of stock. The IPO was 7 times oversubscribed. So I think that was the same number as SpaceX, seven
Yeah.
times for what shares were available, people wanted. I tried to look into my Schwab account or my Fidelity account, and they did not offer me any.
What is the ticker for that? Do you know offhand?
I have not checked this today. Um, SK
Sky High.
Y SKHY.
SKHY.
Yep.
Sky High.
Actually, no, SKHYV. You got a
V.
V at the end. So
Oh,
it's
that's a
five
bummer.
five digits because it is an ADR. Yeah.
ADR. Okay.
So stock is actually up 15%, trading at 171. It came out at about 150 and now it's trading at 171. So up 15%, which is good for demand, right? Micron, I believe, is down today. SanDisk is up almost 4.5%. So people were saying that, oh yeah, people are going to take money out of Micron and SanDisk and Westgate and then buy this one because it's a new one. And so those stocks did go down for a couple of days, but they've pretty much come back.
Yeah, it's kind of a good sign that they're essentially even. I mean,
Micron is even up today,
it's up at
$1.
$1.
Yeah.
$1.31, I see.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
flat. It's flat, but still it's up, which is a good sign. That means that, money probably money came out of it and now is going into this. But it shows that the demand is still there, and which is what we're really trying to figure out, right? Can the market continue to go higher? Can the NASDAQ keep going higher? And right now, for the past several months, the big companies, the seven hyperscalers, the Mag 7, whatever, or how many there are, 10 of them, whatever, however you look at it, they are not doing that well. They've started to ramp up again. They're starting to come up again, but not really doing that well since they used to lead the markets. Now it's kind of even out. A lot of others trade. So this memory trade was doing really well until about a week ago, and then it had a pretty big sell-off. So they sold off, I think, 30-40%. And now they're kind of stabilized and maybe they're going higher. So that's interesting. Um, Kevin is in the house. Good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. So, hey, Kevin, welcome.
Lakeland, Florida. Yeah.
Thank you for your support. Um, and then, so yeah, NASDAQ is still up today, even after this. So not much, but and even after we have continued, I mean, so the war happened again. The war,
I
there
was
was,
gonna let you say it.
yeah,
Is it
there was,
off or is it on? That should be the question every time.
yeah, there was more war, there was more fighting. But then they said, "Oh yeah, we're still talking." I'm like, okay. Trump is like, ceasefire is off. Okay, so there's no more ceasefire and there's no moratorium and there's really nothing, but they're talking. So I don't know what we have.
We should
Uh,
just call it tit for tat.
I,
Much.
I don't know. At this point, I have no clue. So oil is down to 71 today, a little bit down 1%, so not big deal there. Um, some people are asking, hey, you think it's going to go back to 100? And I don't see how at this point,
Yeah.
but you never know. I mean, I am not trading it right now. I am out of it, and I don't think I'm going to get into it for a couple months to see how things are shaping out.
Really?
And
I feel comfortable on the put side.
um, you know, it's yeah, you okay, go ahead, explain.
Well, I just think it has come down to a more baseline level. We look at the OVX a lot
Mm-hmm.
trade, and it's come down to a more manageable level. And I think that with the threat of our on and off war again, and we really don't know the implication, it keeps that kind of elevated. And I think we'll go sideways to potentially up, but I'd rather be on the low side. I feel like I can manage that trade a lot better to the
Okay.
downside.
All right. That's interesting. Because when we thought that the war was done, oil dropped to about 67. Right now it's at 71.
Hmm.
So if it's at 67 and you're selling puts, maybe $10 out of the money, somewhere on there, you're in the high 50s. So if the war is over, like let's say they have peace tomorrow.
That's quite a sentence.
Okay.
I'm letting
Yeah.
you say that out
Okay.
loud.
All right. But let's say, okay, there's peace tomorrow, and then oil's gonna go down, right? It might drop another $5 right away.
Maybe.
And then over the long term, you have the UAE, who's no longer part of OPEC, pumping as much as they can. They got Saudi pumping as much as they can. They got already got Russia pumping as much as they can. The US is pumping as much as they can, and then all the other countries are going to pump too. Venezuela, they're trying to get as much as they can out of there. So I think you're going to have a lot of oil on the market if things are smooth sailing. Now, yes, you will have people like certain countries stocking up on oil, right? Because they've used up whatever they had. Even the US, we have the SPR. We need to refill the strategic reserve. We need to fill that up. I don't think they'll do it now, but they'll wait. Hopefully, they'll wait till prices go down. I think they will go down a lot more if things are smoothing out. And so we could see, like I do remember there was a time when oil was like at 140. This was years ago. And OPEC turned around and said, you know what? We're not going to restrict oil production. We're just going to pump as much as we want. And oil dropped steadily, slowly, steadily, all the way down to about $30 a barrel. And that was the last time it was ever that low, I think. Like
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
really
what
cheap.
was the, I have to look at it, but I think the latest low, let's say in the last year or two, maybe 52, 55, somewhere in there.
55,
55,
55.
yeah.
Yeah, back in like
Uh,
November or
um,
December, early in December. It was 55 in December. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
looking at the chart. So, I would say that's probably where it could go to.
it could, but I feel like I don't think this war is really, I hate to be say it, but I don't think it's really ever over. Like there is no kind of end to it.
Really?
So
Hmm.
I don't.
Okay.
I think we've kind of opened up that can, and it's going to be like, one of those unfortunate struggles of power. I don't see Iran really giving up the Strait of Hormuz in any kind of way. So it's either, I think there's always going to be some kind of threat to that supply of oil through there.
But the threat is bad for them also,
It is.
you know? I mean, I can see them wanting to say, we'll charge you a toll to get through. I can see that. So that might, add $1 per barrel to the price. Because that's what they were charging before. They were charging $1 per barrel. And that's what they charge in the Panama Canal. They charge a toll to get through the Panama Canal. Same thing here. I think that would be easily absorbed by the market. I don't think that's a big deal. Uh, Trump, a couple days ago, they asked him about the nuclear material, right?
Oh,
Eh,
they've
Do you
already
know what
been what do you say? Already been nuclearized or denuclearized.
yeah, he goes, the
Yeah.
nuclear material was in the mountain and we hit it so hard that it's buried so far underground now that nobody can get to it unless they have the proper equipment. And no country in the world has the proper equipment to dig it out except for the US.
Yeah. So I don't even have an answer to that. I mean,
I mean,
really?
that's summarized what he said. He goes, yeah, we've had, we bombed it and now it's buried under the ground. All the nuclear material is there. They cannot access it. It's buried. And the only way to access it is if we go in there with our equipment, because we're the only country in the world that has this equipment, that we could get it out.
Again,
Um,
if that was so, why are we there now?
I don't know. And so I think he is backpedaling and I think he's looking for an exit and I think he's looking for peace, but he wants them to stop attacking. As long as they stop attacking ships, then he won't attack them and they can come up with whatever agreement. And it might mean that the US gives them money or allows them to use the money that's frozen. It allows them to not to keep the nuclear material they have because it's buried. They can't touch it anyway. And then maybe a toll. Or maybe the US shares in the toll. I think he would come up with a deal like that. Yes,
Of course,
yes,
he's going to come
you
up with something.
yeah, you can charge $1 and we'll charge $1 and you collect it for us and you pay us a
And
dollar.
everybody's happy. We just keep moving on. That's
Yes.
him.
And so the US will collect $1 as well as Iran and Oman. They'll collect $1 and the US will collect. That would be that would be funny if that was the deal, but it's possible. It is anything's on the table at this point. So I would say, hey, Marco Rubio, if you're negotiating or JD Vance, add that in there. Add that in there. If you're gonna let them charge a toll, we want a toll too.
Well, it remains to be seen.
So, all right, so we'll see what happens there. But are you bullish on the market at this point?
It really comes down to, am I okay? Am I bullish on the market?
Yeah,
Um, Long term, yes. Short term,
obviously, long term. Yes,
yeah,
okay,
I
yes,
am. No, this is true.
okay.
Short
Well, I mean,
term,
everybody's long term bullish. Yeah, 20 years from now, it'll be
well,
higher.
not everybody. Not everybody.
Really?
Would you call Warren Buffett really bullish?
Hell yeah.
Hoarding all that cash?
No, but he always says it. He goes, the market will always be higher. That's what he says.
Yeah, well, does he really believe that?
I don't know. He's looking for a deal, but I mean, he's already invested. He's got a lot of money invested. So yeah, he's still making money. It's not like he's not 100% on the sidelines.
Well, all right, never mind Warren Buffett. Bad example.
Yeah, you shot yourself in the foot
I
with that
did
one.
a little bit. That's okay. I can admit that.
So,
Um, the big bet is with AI, right? So can we justify all this CapEx spending? I would have to say yes. I've thought about this a lot because this is a race that has to be won. So whoever the big players, China, the US, the US in this example, is going to do everything they can to win the race. So I think there is a upward bias. It will continue, of course, with drawdowns, but generally, yes, I'm bullish on, to answer your question, yes, on the market.
okay.
And I'd also
So,
support that with money printing.
hmm.
And I would also support that with the constant 401ks and just automatic buying of the indexes. It's just going to push it up over time.
But in the near term, do you think that we're heading for a recession? You were heading for a pullback? I mean, we haven't had a decent sized pullback in a while.
So during what time period? Are you saying a month, two
Give
months?
me give me the rest of the year, 6 months.
Yes, I think it has the potential for a pullback for sure.
20%, 10%, 5,
10 and 15.
10 to 15. Okay.
Yep, I
Okay.
think a big scare could come out about AI, all the spending, which everyone's thinking about. I think that some news could come out like DeepSeek, like, oh, we're spending all this money and they can do it, or they can do 80% of what the US can do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now we're spending all this money, and can we justify all this spending? And there becomes a big scare. Yes, it could push the market down fuller, with the whole narrative of, hey, everyone's going to lose their jobs. Yes, I could see that happening. Rates spiking, short-term correction of sorts. Yes,
Okay.
I think that's very possible.
All right. So the trades that we are going to be talking about, they might happen to agree with you or they might not.
I know this is
Um,
going to be very interesting. I'm excited to talk about this because this is something that we can follow. We have a set date on this.
yeah, so there's three trades that we have identified that happened yesterday. There was also a trade last week, earlier this week on Tuesday. Okay. So on Tuesday, this was a trade in NVIDIA. This is not the one, that's not the main one we're talking about. This is
Mhm.
a prelude to this. Okay. So on Tuesday, some trader bought 1.5 million calls. Actually, no, sorry. Um, that was no, okay. Where'd I go?
Someone put the hand up on the screen. Was that you?
No. What?
I see a hand.
You see a hand?
Yeah, like
I'm not even,
someone asking a question, or did I do it?
I don't know. Maybe you did
All
it.
right. Yeah.
Oh, if you go like this, it kind of does it. Like if you put your hand up,
Oh, all right. Well,
it's
interesting.
like AI and Zoom and automatic stuff now. So,
All right.
okay. So one trader, bought 3.5 million 200 strike calls that expired at the end of July. Okay. Now, again, this was Tuesday. So 3 days ago, 7/7.
All right. So
Uh,
we should define the trader, or where this trader would most likely come from.
I have no idea where it came from.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think about.
I mean, I don't know who they are. There's some bank, there's some retail trader, or no, it's not a retail trader. It's there's $3.5 million worth.
Right.
This
So
is
we
one
can assume
trade.
this is not a retail trader.
It's
Yeah.
not somebody you
Just want to
know.
clarify. Yeah.
So NASDAQ was trading at about well they where was NASDAQ trading on Tuesday? It was trading around 195. Okay.
Okay.
So he bought the 200 strike call and he paid $7 for it, meaning that he needed NVIDIA to get to 207 just to break even. So this is a $3.5 million bet. Um, that NVIDIA would go up at least 5.5% to break even. Currently today, NVIDIA is at 210.
Okay. I want
So
to be clear with the expiration on this
end of the month.
end of the month, July
Yep.
30th.
Yeah. So this was a July 31st trade. Okay. Um, and so he bought 3.5 million, 200 strike calls at the end of July expiring. He paid $7. So he needed it to get to 207 to break even. Currently it's at 210 today.
Is it
Uh,
really 210? I haven't
yeah, I
looked.
mean it's up $7.5 today. So it's up big today.
Oh,
And
okay.
that pushes it into positive territory for the trade. So he still has, you know, 20 days left, 20, 21 days
Yeah, he
left.
needs it to stay there and continue.
He needs it to keep going up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's a big move today. It had a big move a couple days ago. So he's been right on the move.
Well, let's be also clear. He could take it off the table too.
Yeah. I mean, you could take your money and take it off the table. If you're doing, $3.5 million, he might be up, I don't know, 500,000. And he'd be like, that's good enough for me. I'm out. Right. And you take it off. The NVIDIA is now overbought in the RSI, the stochastics. So I don't know if it's going to continue, but it is popping above the 50-day moving average today if it holds this price. So it might continue. So that's a case for bullishness because Nvidia is the biggest one and it hasn't been doing much. It's just
No,
been
it's
going
been really
sideways.
kind of sideways.
Yeah. And so it finally looks like it is catching a bid and moving higher. Now, it has been bouncing off the 200-day moving average recently. So there is that support level there. Um, but it was very close to that when this trader made the trade, and now it's, jumping up. So that was one piece of, hey, at least this one person was bullish on this. Um, there is another trade that was placed yesterday. This is on IWM. Okay. IWM today is at 296. So this trader made a different type of trade. He bought calls and puts because he has no clue what's going on. Now you have the IWM that it's leading the market this year. It's up nicely. It's done better than the NASDAQ and the S&P and the Dow.
It's a nice looking chart when you
Yeah,
look at
it's a
it.
very
Yeah.
nice looking chart, moving up and to the right. And so this trader bought 15,000 calls and 15,000 puts, all expiring on December 18th. So at the end of the year. So he's got
Okay.
almost, 5.5 months, about 5 months for this trade to work out. He bought the 335 calls, and that is a 14% move up. And then he also bought the 270 puts, which is an 11% move down. So he needs IWM to move either 14% up to break even or 11% down to break even. And he used $18 million to do this trade.
Yeah. Makes you
So
kind of
so
twitch a little
he
bit. Yeah.
yeah, so he's looking at either way, but he's looking for a big move.
Yeah.
He can't tell which way he's going to go.
But he picked both.
Yeah, but he put more money on the downside. He put 11 million on the downside, 7 million on the upside.
All right. So that's a little bit of a tell.
Yeah. And he did not hedge it. So he did not turn this into, I mean, he could have made it into a butterfly, or he could have made this into, he could have sold options further out of the money to lower his cost basis, but he did not, or not yet. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But that's an interesting one. So are we going to get a 14% move higher? I don't know. Are we going to get 11% moved lower?
We're gonna
Maybe.
have to keep our eyes on this for a show down the road and see how this worked
And
out.
this is for, till December.
December.
And so you said you were looking at it and you're saying, well, I could see a 10, 15% move lower
Hmm.
in the NASDAQ. We weren't talking about IWM, but if we do get a raise in rates, it's very possible that the IWM sells off more than 10%. Now, what would really suck for this guy is if we go up like 10% and then we drop
Yes.
10%.
Kind of
We drop 10%
it gets
and we're
whipsawed
back.
out of this trade both ways, right?
Yeah. So if it goes up and then it comes back down, then yeah, he's gonna suck for him.
It can happen. It could be a big loss on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting one. Would you make a bet like that?
I'm not a really I don't really do bets. That's kind of why I'm here and
Yeah,
what I
it's kind
do.
of it's okay.
So no, I'm not into that high octane stuff.
I don't know. So okay, so would you
Unless
sell?
Pelosi came to me and was like, "Hey, Matt,
So would you sell this trade to this guy?
yes, I'm more inclined to sell it to him. Yep, because of theta and decay.
Mm, yeah,
Yes.
that would be
My seat's a little bit more comfortable on our side of the trade.
that's a pretty, I don't know, that might be a pretty good sell, you know? Um, it's gotta move one way or the other. And as a seller, you don't have to wait till the end, right?
No.
I mean, the data doesn't really pick up too much for a while, but this is a huge trade.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, hey, yeah, if we can make a little bit and we get out, yeah, I'll take it. But the IWM's already made such a big move this year. For it to move another 14% up, I don't know. I don't think so.
I know I see what you're saying, but we've been to the point where we're like, we said this a while back, I don't see how it could possibly, and then it does. So the market always has a potential to surprise you to the
Yeah.
upside or downside.
Yeah, I mean it's
The odds are against that it would be such a move.
it's up almost 20% already for the
Yeah,
year.
which is
Close
crazy.
to close
Yeah.
to 20%. And to go up another 14%, I would take that trade. I don't know if I would take the puts. I would take the calls on this one. So,
Yeah, I would take the call side over the put.
yeah. All right. And then you said there was a another SPY trade, right?
So yep, we have an SPY trade.
Let's take a
Look
look at that
next.
one. So this was also on Tuesday. Oh, no, this was yesterday. Where'd you go? Okay. So this is a $24 million trade. Somebody bought 2,500 strike calls expiring July 24th. So that's in 2 weeks.
All right, interesting.
And on SPY, and SPY is trading right now at 754. So these are deep in the money 500 strike calls. So this is a very different type of trade.
Yeah, so deep in the money.
Yeah, interesting. So because it's so deep in the money, there's not that much theta decay, right? There's not that much theta value. There's not much intrinsic or extrinsic value. Um, and so this was for July 24th.
This one's very interesting. So let's unpack like why would you do that?
Um, and this is like I'm looking at my Thinkorswim, and the 500 call is like the farthest in the money you could get.
Hmm.
The open interest is 2002, and 2,000 of them is this guy.
What is going on here?
Today's volume is four. All right. So open interest is 2002. This is insane.
Who
It's
is
the
this person?
it's the farthest out in the money you can get to. So this is basically a stock replacement strategy. So you're buying these calls instead of buying the stock. And that's the only way I could say it. So this is somebody who thinks the market is going to go up um, until July 24th. He doesn't know how much. He hopes it goes up a lot, but he's using this instead of stock. And he did it for $50 million. That's what he paid. But because it's so far in the money, there's not a lot of decay value there. So it's kind of like almost the same thing as buying the stock. Why he wouldn't just buy the stock, I don't know. Maybe you get a better deal on this. Each of these is worth about 255, $255 for each one. So if the market goes up, he might make not a one for one, but the delta is pretty much one on this. So whatever percent the SPY goes up, he'll make that same thing. Um,
Hmm.
so this one is interesting. I don't get it. There might be something more to it.
So we may have to check back on this one. I'm interested to check back on these expiration dates or getting close to it, kind of see where they all are.
You know,
Would be
this one, the market has to drop 33% for him to lose money,
yeah.
right? So I don't see that happening. Um, but it is basically a bullish bet that market is going to go up.
So
So
so far of all the trades there, except one, they're
We
most
had the Nvidia
bullets.
was bullish. We had
Yeah,
the IWM, which is both
both
ways.
ways.
Is pretty
And
neutral.
this
He just
one's
wants a big
bullet.
move, and this one is a bullish one.
Okay, so we got basically two out of three, you could call it. Um,
Right.
well, they're all bullish to some degree,
Yeah.
except that's
Now, overall, if you look at options on the Qs or Nvidia or a lot of these tech stocks, more calls are being traded than puts, or they're being traded in equal amounts. Now, normally, more puts are always traded more. But in this market, it's changed. And so calls are now equally traded or they are traded more. And so the skew is shifted. So it's really weird. There are more buyers of calls than they are buyers of puts,
so
which
that's the sentiment of AI, basically.
that's the sentiment of, well, the AI trade. Yes.
Yeah, the AI trade. I mean,
Yeah.
what else would you?
That people are thinking, hey, we're going to keep going higher. So then there was the QQQ trade that you looked at.
Yeah, so the trade was on the NASDAQ 100 QQQ. This was put on Thursday. They bought 28,000 of the 736 strike calls. So that's about $30 million, expiring July 31st. Also, they sold 730 70/40 call spreads, which cut the cost to about 6 million. So essentially, this trader needs it to be above 750 for them to make money.
So right now, QQQ is trading at 725. It's up 2.5 today, but it's at 725, give or take. And so he needs another $25 to move up, if that's the trade, right?
Right.
So it's interesting here because you said that he bought 736 strike calls. Okay, so we would assume, hey, that's a bullish trade because 725 versus 736, it needs to go up 11 points.
And by July 31st. This is like
And
this is
by July 31st, yeah, which is 2 weeks
this
away.
month. Yeah.
So that's a big move. But at the same time, in order to, I guess, finance it, he sold 730, 740
740.
call spreads. So he got a credit for selling the 730 call and the 740 call and buying the 740 call. So basically, he did a call spread like we do,
Hmm.
but he sold the 730 calls. So that is a credit spread that is a bearish trade.
Right. So that's hoping it will not get up to that.
Right. So he doesn't want it. So it's like, well, wait, what's going on here? Right.
Yeah.
And the article that this came out in, you know, it says the title of the article is "A huge trade just happened on the NASDAQ 100. Bulls are taking notice." The bulls are taking notice. Okay. Is this actually a bullish trade?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe
I don't
not.
think it would be because why would you sell so close? I mean, if you were going to finance your calls and you think it's going up, wouldn't you be selling puts to finance your calls?
Yes.
Right? You'd be on the other side.
Right.
It's like, okay, hey, I want the market to go up, but
If
in
I
order
was
to get
looking at this, I would be on the put side.
it's like, yeah, I want the market to go up 736, but if it does, it's going to kill my call spread
It's
and I'm going
gonna
to lose money on
murder
my
your
call
call
spread.
spread.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't get it. So then you read a little bit further down in the article and it says here that the open interest on those calls that he bought was equal to the volume of the trade at the time.
Mm,
So that means that somebody, maybe just him, had already traded 736 calls in the past. So there's a good chance that he had sold those calls and was now buying them back and replacing that short trade with this new call spread. So originally he had sold the net 736s and he might have been naked, which
right.
would be, interesting. but he might have been naked. He's buying those back because obviously, the market's been going up. He's probably negative on that trade, but he
Yep.
still thinks it's going to go down. So he doesn't want to get out of the trade completely. And so now he's hedging his bet, but he's come a little bit closer to the money. So now he's at 730. Now the market's at 725. So this guy, whoever this is, still with a lot of money in line, could still kill him. If the index just goes up a little bit, $5, you know?
Yeah, it's holding in there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what we thought originally was a bullish trade, I think is a bearish, negative trade.
Right. So if you are like some people, they'll see that headline and they're just going to follow in, right? And that may not be the actual play.
Yeah. I mean, they might just do the opposite of what this guy wants. They might all go buy the 736 calls thinking he knows something.
Yeah, I know. And then you just get, with that kind of, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're replicating the process, so you're going to get hurt
Yep.
away.
I mean, the 736 calls right now are trading at a 41 delta. So there's a 60% chance that they end up in the money. That's not zero, right? That's a
Right.
decent chance. 56,500 open interest. And about you'd pay about $11 each for those. 11. So,
I
um,
mean, just the money involved here, it makes you think about, unfortunately, I'm like, does someone know something? That's what everyone's saying without saying it, right? I mean, that's a high convict. I mean, that is,
it's a
I've
$24
talked
million
about it,
trade.
really. Yeah,
$24 million. I
but it's
mean,
not small.
no, the guy who did the SPY trade did 50 million.
Yeah.
The IWM guy did 18 million. So these are not normal people and they're not trading their own money. These are funds or banks or big firms
Hmm.
that are trading other people's money and they do this kind of thing probably every week. So for them, it's not a big deal. They're not
Yeah.
losing sleep if it doesn't work out.
But it's enough for, I mean, to take notice of course.
Yeah.
And
Hmm. And
hmm.
then there was another trade um in Oklo.
Yeah, I did see
OKLO.
that. Yeah.
This is
The
I'm not
new
even sure.
energy,
It's
right?
a nuclear company, yeah. Um that stock is trading at around $50, right? Let me look at Oklo exact price. $48 is what it's trading at today. Somebody bought $46 million worth of calls that expire in January 2028. Okay. 28. So now we're in 26. So you got to go to 27 and 28. So 1.5 years. And they are the 200 strike.
That's a leap. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, those are leap for sure. But
Yeah.
the leap has to take a
A
leap.
leap with a plural.
The leap has to take a leap to get there. It's at $48 and it's got to get to 200 to break even. Not even break even. It has to get to
Oye, mamma
200.
mia.
That's it has to go above 200 to break even. I don't even know like
That's like off the chart here. Let's see.
yeah, what are they trading at?
Uh, that's
2028.
OKLO, is it?
Yes, OKLO.
OKLO.
Um, yeah, I see it right there. Open interest, 16,500. $7, about 750 is what you would pay for that right now. 740.
Oh, January of 21. 21
January,
28. Okay.
yeah, 2028.
And you said 200?
He bought $48 million worth of the 200 strike.
Oh, so that's like between, we'll call it like 740.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yep. So there's right now open interest of 16,500 options. So other people might be following him. I don't know, but there are also people trading the 250 strike and the 260 strike calls.
Hmm.
Now, the delta on this is 32 for the 200 strike. So it's not zero, you know? You got a 32% chance of it working out.
At least right now. Yeah. 2 years. Wow.
Yep.
I mean,
So I mean somebody's very bullish
so
on
what questions come to your mind
nuclear.
when you see this non-trading? Like, obviously it's a big institution, most likely, but what would make you really choose
So
to do this, right?
yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know. It's really hard to tell because you don't know who's doing it and you don't know their track record. In this case,
And
it
you
might,
don't know, we don't know who they're connected to or
we
what they,
don't know what they know.
no one knows. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, is there a possibility that this company gets bought out? Right? That's the only way I can see it jumping up that much, unless nuclear just wakes up one day and they just explode. Um, I don't, I think nuclear is going to go higher. I don't think it goes up that much, you know?
Mhm.
Um, and so, but if this company gets bought, and again, it doesn't have to get all the way to the strike price.
No, it can be
Even if it doubles,
profitable and they could take it off the table.
yeah, even if it doubles in price, goes from 48 to 100, that he'll make a lot of money. He'll make a ton of money. So the bet here is that between now and January 2028, something is going to happen with this stock in this company. I don't think this guy's just waiting for appreciation.
Right.
I think he's looking
I
for
agree with you.
something
I
big to
bet
happen.
that I would bet the bet that they would take it off the table whenever it gets somewhat profitable.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I like to
Yeah, they're
think that
not
oh,
waiting.
it's going to go to 28, but in fact, it's not going to go that long. They
Yeah,
won't be in the trade till 28.
right. But I think what they're waiting, they're looking for a catalyst, I think. They're
Hmm.
not just going to sit there and wait for it to just slowly go up. I think they're waiting for a catalyst, and I think the catalyst is that either they get a big government contract. Well,
Yeah,
crazier
yeah,
things have
yeah,
happened.
yeah. That's what I'm talking through. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the company gets bought out by another company. And so either one of those, people will know in advance if it's going to happen. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying somebody knows something. To be more
Yeah.
clear.
Follow the money,
Yeah, you got to follow the money.
but
And
follow it wisely.
so I mean, like I'm tempted to just buy one, 740 bucks, $750, just like okay, just buy one. I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe not. Geez. But
Well, you
it
could put it in the little percent of your portfolio that is for fun,
the
and
bet the
these
bet
outside that
percentage.
percent. Yes, that would fit in there.
Yeah.
That's what, it makes it fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, but that is just, it's a distraction, because you got to keep your eye on it and you got to watch it. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got too many positions open already. I was like,
It's one more thing
no,
you're gonna add on to your mental load.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I'm going to say no, but it would be interesting to just throw it out there and just see what happens. So, but yeah, so I mean, so we looked at several large trades today and, I think they're all over the place. I think they're just like we are. I think these big rich people, big traders are just like we are. They have no clue what's going on.
I mean, especially in
Except for
that,
the Oklo guy.
right. Oakland seems
$46
to
million.
know.
dollars.
That's a more of a high conviction play, I think.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's the only one that I would be like tempted to even do. I don't like the other ones. I like this one. This one might be worth something.
The second one, I figure I lost track, but
So we did NVIDIA, we did IWM, then we did SPY, and then we did Qs.
the IWM was the put in the call, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One's a little interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
think that one's gonna work on the call side.
Yeah,
Maybe the put side, but that's again if we drop now, not we go up 10 and then go down 10.
yeah. The expiration dates matter, right? And some of these are gonna be rectified quickly, end of the month. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So the NASDAQ one, I think he's looking for NASDAQ to pull back. at the end of the month. And the thing is that by the end of the month, we'll get earnings. So we're heading into earnings season. So I think these are earnings bets.
Mm,
I think that's what they're doing. Next week, we start getting, on Tuesday, we're getting earnings from all the big banks, the JP Morgans, the Goldman Sachs, and all those guys. So bank earnings come out next week. They're starting off earnings season, and then we'll start having the tech earnings, with the big guys, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, etc. So by the end of the month, most of the earnings will be done. And according to what I think, the NASDAQ bet is that it's going to go down. And so earnings will be bad. Or it might be good, but
the
still the
expectations are so lofty. I think there is a more inclination for it to go sideways or down.
Yeah. So it seems like, there's two things people are looking at. Number one, are these big companies still spending the money? And then number two, are they making any money on the money that they're spending? And if anything shows that those two are not yes,
Yeah.
then there's going to be a pullback in that stock.
It's
And
interesting you said that because we were talking about it yesterday in our coaching call a little bit. Um, the theory is that once one of these big hyperscalers gets rewarded for not spending, that's what could be, this is theory, that the rest will follow suit. So it's like, okay, you know, we're not spending any much like the way we used to. You get rewarded for that. Um, could be the air out of the bubble.
well, Apple, hasn't spent a lot and their stock is continuing to move up. They're probably done the best out of the big ones.
You're saying they have not spent or spent?
No, they have not spent very much
Pretty reserved, yeah.
on AI. And so they're being rewarded, I think, already. But you have like Meta, who has spent a ton of money, and their stock has been in the toilet. Now it's finally pulling up a little bit, but it was heading lower and lower for a while. Microsoft, same situation. Um, so they will have to prove that, their spending is actually making money and improving revenue on different areas.
Yeah.
So So it might be a bifurcated market, where some stocks are doing better than others. I don't know if all of them are going to go in the same direction at the same time like they were before. So it's going to be a very interesting earnings season. It's getting more and more interesting because as the market continues to go up, the bubble gets frothier and frothier, and people are waiting for it to pop. So,
And then all we have to measure on that is back in really 2001, I would say.
hmm
Comparable to a, huge
yeah,
bubble.
the 99, 2000 bubble.
2000, yeah.
Yep. Did you know that Facebook finally shut down the metaverse?
I did not know that.
Yeah, they did it last week. The metaverse. That stupid thing where you put on the VR goggles and people actually bought real estate in the metaverse.
Well, I mean,
I mean, there were people that spent hundreds of thousands of real dollars
mhm.
to buy stuff in the metaverse. And now it's just somebody unplugged it and it's gone. You can't get it back. It's
So
just
the what
gone.
like that whole craze kind of fits into it where what do you what's the name of it? You
The
buy artwork.
NFT, the
Uh
NFTs.
yeah.
Yep.
Yes, all that stuff, right? It's like
Yep. Yeah. But that
whatever, yeah.
was the metaverse.
Meta's
So
like it's like almost like they're searching for an identity and they're not really sure.
I was looking at that yesterday. I was like,
Constantly.
I have no clue what this company does anymore.
Yeah, and that's got to be really troubling to investors.
They are now trying to compete with OpenAI and Anthropic. They're coming up with their own large language model,
Yeah, and you're so far behind. I mean,
and they're
I'm
developing their own chips. They're making their own chips. They're making their own AI. They're like, hello, are you a social media company? Are you a media company? What the hell are you doing? You're making the metaverse. You have no clue what you're doing. You have all this money that's just coming in. You're not improving your product,
you don't know what to do.
and you have no clue what to do.
That's not something I want to get into. I mean,
we might have to do a deep dive on on this.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, can you imagine if Zuckerberg he just decides to exit or something like that, which is who knows, right?
That would probably be the best thing for the company
Well,
at this point. I think that
you
would
took it
be,
this far and you
yeah.
know,
He's like, I don't know what to do
reform it to
now.
whatever
Somebody
your
else
vision
take
is.
over. I mean, Bezos stepped away from Amazon. Amazon's doing fine, but they were a legit company.
Yeah,
They have different divisions and people actually need them. I don't think anybody needs a Facebook
no,
or an Instagram.
I think less so and less so as we move on here.
Yeah, I mean the one thing you might need and people use is WhatsApp. I think that's like the biggest thing people use that Facebook has. Um,
Well, Facebook, I mean, it's like you're almost, yeah, people are desk scrolling, but they're so tired of all the ads and everything else in it, and it just seems gummed up, right, to some degree. I mean,
hmm
people get tired of those and they move on to other things.
yeah.
So
hmm
I don't know it's not clear to me what they want to be.
When they grow up.
I mean, that's the big problem, right? You could simmer it down to that.
Yep. Yep. So
Very interesting though. This is a good one. This is I mean, because
yeah.
we have some expiration dates here, and we're going to see one way or the other how this plays out.
Yep. So we'll see.
All right.
All right, my friend. So that's it for today's show. Have a happy weekend, and we'll see everybody back on Wednesday. Oh, congrats on the market power wins this week. We had the
Yeah, market power is continuing to rip. We're doing well across all trades. So it's
hmm Yep. So market power trades were winning. The Phoenix was winning.
double dips.
Double dips been winning. And then everything in the club, a lot of the trades in the club have done really well as well. So, uh, yeah, it's uh it's a good market for option sellers. You know, um, even if you're in a stock that's not really going up, the options just
That's
continuing to
good for
work.
us, the way we trade it.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And VIX is pretty low, right? We're at 15.
I know. And what we were last week, we were up at 18.
Yeah. So I mean,
What was it early this week? Yeah, I mean, I already lost track. So
as
early
long
this week, we were up, you spiked up to 18 and kind of just dropped right down.
I mean, it was at 18 yesterday.
Yeah,
No, not yesterday. Sorry.
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. But as long as we're below 20, hey, hey, all stuff is good.
Yeah, but I want some volatility in there.
Well, you're getting it. You're getting
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I mean,
getting it. I'd like to stay where we are.
we've had how many market power trades we had this week?
We've had a couple.
2 or 3?
Two, yep. So we started this. We've had a strong month last month as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now the double dips in there too. So
Yeah.
we had a handful of those.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And those been fast, man.
yeah, I know.
Like
You're
if
gonna go
I
on the automation route and you're out in and out, what, like 30 minutes? Or
Yeah,
less?
if I didn't have the automation, I would have totally missed it. I didn't even know that we had a signal. Like I know we get the signal, you get the notification on your phone, but I didn't even see it. And I finally I looked at it later. I was in and out of the trade. I didn't even know.
Well, it did show it like it would show, but for it to register and actually get a signal, it takes a couple minutes. So it flickered, it hit it, and then dropped off. So
Yes, that's
so
what happened. So
there
we
you would
didn't
read
get
it.
the notification.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah, exactly right.
we did not get a notification because it didn't stay long enough.
I
But
noticed because I saw it right there. I was like, oh, okay, here it is.
yeah,
I just happened to be there.
but the automation took it and said, "Okay, boom, I'll take it."
Yeah, so the automation's doing really well for you.
Yes. Yeah, it's doing really well.
Okay.
Um, so hopefully we're going to be able to roll that out. I want to start on Monday. I want to roll it out on Monday to people.
Okay.
So, we'll see.
All right.
All
So
right,
it's
my
coming.
friend. Yep. Get back to work on that.
Yes, sir. Everyone have a great weekend.
All righty. Take care.